Shoe Big Red. Proud sponsor Juan Pablo Montoya. By Napa Auto Parts. Napa, get the good stuff. And by Allstate. Are you in good hands? 93 laps in at Darlington, make that 94 in time for an AT&T race break. Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers from the Hollywood Hotel. When Kyle Busch was born, Darlington, the track was already 35 years old. Busch came in leading only one lap in his 3 previous Darlington races. But Jeff Hammond, Darrell's addressed the pace at this track, the way he's running, currently holding off Greg Biffle and leading. How long can he hold this pace up?
Well, that's the whole thing about this racetrack. You attack it like he's doing right now, and normally what's going to happen is you're going to go over that edge and it's going to cost you dearly. And that's what Darrell's trying to tell him. Back it off a little bit, young man. Let somebody else lead for a while. Quit trying to run that ragged edge. He clearly has a very fast race car.
Bobby Labonte has slipped back to 11th, just behind Kurt Busch, finalizing that new contract with Petty Enterprises.
Well, it's good to see him finally get that put away, and it looks like it's reflected on his run so far tonight. He's been up there around the top 10, and you got to realize this is a smart race car driver, and this is a racetrack that he should be really good at. And again, the 43 car has been pretty good at Darlington in years past.
We make much of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s streak, but Kevin Harvick hasn't won a race in 45 races. He has been running at the finish of his last 54 races, the longest current streak. And quietly, he's worked his way up there at 4th.
Again, surprisingly enough, Kevin Harvick has not run that well here at Darlington, but tonight he's up there in 4th position, and he's completed all but 2 laps during this entire season. Again, the consistency is what you need if you're going to try to win a championship. And right now, Kevin Harvick and RCR are clearly on a path right now to make it into the chase and possibly contend for that championship.
And here are the top 4 car numbers picked by our viewers to win today's race. You can watch our pre-race coverage each week to play. It's been an AT&T race break. And Mike, speaking of Richard Childress Racing, the last time he had a winning car here at Darlington was 1994, and that driver was Dale Earnhardt.
Thanks, Chris. 98 laps coming up on 100, 2:69 to go. Kyle Busch's lead, half a second over Greg Biffle. Dale Jr. 5.4 seconds off the lead. Then Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon. That's Sam Hornish down on the inside. He is back in the race after repairs, leaving just Kyle Petty and Elliott Sadler in the garage. And here comes Biffle. He wants the lead again.
What made Dale Sr. so good here was he could manhandle a car. He had good car control, and he had rawhide a car around here. Now, Kyle Busch does the same thing, but he doesn't have the experience that Dale had when he was doing that, so that's the only thing I worry about for him.
Earnhardt won 9 times here, second only to David Pearson.
Earnhardt loved this joint because he just liked, you know, that old saying, he liked to let the rough side drag, and he could do it here.
And you know, when he was really in this prime here, when we used to run that old bias-ply tire here, of course we're running radials now, but buddy, he'd let her slide around on the bias-ply.
Smoke all 4 tires. One of the few people that could do it.
There's a telling statistic. Kyle Busch has led 52 laps tonight. In his first 3 starts here, only 1.
Yeah, this hadn't been a real good track for him as far as finishing goes.
You know, we were talking about Travis Quapp a while ago, who had moved up to 12th. Just since we talked about him, as we're watching right now, though, a battle for 5th between Jeff Gordon and Martin Truex Jr., but not far behind them is Travis Quapple, who has now moved up to the 8th position in that 28 car.
Travis likes that paint job. It's paying off for him.
It's Joe Nemechek in the 78 with the run of Truex alongside. Travis Quapple behind this group in 8th. Steve?
And Mike, watching the lap times, the team led by crew chief Todd Parrott is telling him he's running with the leaders. He just ran a 30-18, and as you said, he's gone from 12th to 8th in a matter of laps in that old school paint job.
Well, you know, Darrell mentioned Todd Parrott, who I worked with at Yates Racing, and Todd understands this place. We talked about racing the racetrack. Todd just wants to keep this 28 car in touch with the leader, let the laps wind down, and be in position at the end.
In his view, Larry, it's too early to race.
Way too early. You're racing the lady in black right now.
Race the track.
But you can see he's running down Jimmy Johnson now in the 48 car. Jimmy's in the 7th position. So the Travis Quapple, they've got a good long running car here, because we've not been under caution since lap 15 when we had the last restart.
Quapple is the 2nd Ford in the race. Greg Biffle in 2nd place. behind the leading Toyota of Kyle Busch. If you've got a NASCAR question, anything you want to know pops into your mind, join our growing panel of experts at Ask the Pros, built by the Home Depot on foxsports.com. It's open 24/7. Just go to foxsports.com/askthepros. Greg Biffle to the front on Kyle Busch.
I think once again you see lap traffic is a big factor in this pass. 40 car got up against the fence.
Yeah, Sterling Marlin there slowed up Kyle's momentum, and here comes Biffle.
And what's interesting about when he got by him is we are now within about a 5 to 10 lap window of what will be green flag stops again. We've almost run 100 laps without a caution.
I think the last time we were here at the end of a pit run, big cars would be running in the 33, almost 34-second lap around here. Tonight we're at a 30.0, so they're still a good 3 seconds faster than we normally race here.
Robbie Gordon on pit road, and this an unscheduled stop as he coasts in. We're told from the pits it's a battery problem
going under the hood
for Robbie Gordon. Fifth place right here.
Robbie has had a rough week in that 7 car. But yeah, Darryl, you talk about the race pace. Remember, 41 of our 43 cars broke the old track record.
And unlike in the past, Larry, here where the tires just wore out and the car slowed down so much, these tires are not slowing down all that much.
Brian Vickers in. Scheduled stop. Michael Waltrip as well.
Yeah, Michael was one of the first cars in the first rash of green flag stops to come to pit road.
Larry, we talked at the top of the night where we might see some 2-tire pit stops, but that has not yet been the case.
Well, it's like Tony Uri Jr. told me, the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt. He said, I'm going to base a lot of my tire strategy on my Sunoco fuel I'm putting in the car. If I'm going to get 2 cans of fuel, I'm going to get me 4 tires. Of course, you make a long run here, they're slowing down about 2 seconds. You're absolutely going to get those 4 fresh Goodyear tires.
Jeff Burton is in. Dick?
Yeah, he's just having a hard time. Jeff Burton is in the 31 car coming off the corner, Mike. That has been his big problem. He's not been happy with the chassis on that automobile all night long. He did run the nationwide race last night, got into the fence a couple times, asked him how he did it, shrugged his shoulders and said he wasn't sure. But he did say it was going to be hard staying out of the fence tonight. So far, everybody's done a pretty good job of doing it, though.
Yeah, last night his car was really, really bad tight. And he was really had a lot of wheel in it coming off turn 4, the front bit, and the car just jumped sideways, and man, he hit the inside wall here on the front straightaway hard last night.
You know, we're riding with Jeff Burton in the 31 car, lost the points lead last week in Richmond, but we're here at race number 11 of the 2008 season. Jeff Burton is the only driver to complete every lap this year of competition. See Regan Smith in the 01 coming to pit road, Dave Blaney in the 22, A.J. Allmendinger in the 84, and again, these are all scheduled green flag stops.
Blaney pits out of 11th place. He was having a strong run. There's Blaney, the Cat Camry. Trying to stay in the top 35 in owner points, which means he would automatically be in the race in 2 weeks in Charlotte instead of having to qualify on time.
And with the run he's having, Sam Hornish in the 77 car, who's back out on the track 85 laps down, the 22 car, that's what they've got their eye on tonight. Yeah, you come here to win the race, but I think winning a race for this group would be moving into the top 35 of the checkered flag wave tonight.